special report has revealed that Amnesty International succumbed to social media exaggeration and fake news in its report on the Lekki Tollgate shooting in Lagos State. The Center for International and Strategic Studies, CISS, said it arrived at this conclusion after analyzing the events that led to the escalation of violence in the aftermath of the deployment of troops. In its report, signed by Special Rapporteur Professor Peter Madioki, the CISS said Amnesty International was hasty in its conclusion and failed to do a thorough job.
The Center of International and Strategic Studies undertook a systematic analysis of the events that led to the escalation of violence in the aftermath of the deployment of soldiers to the Lekki Tollgate, where EndSARS protesters were gathered. The objective of the systematic analysis was to put issues in proper perspective for the generality of Nigerians who are faced continuously with various and varying narratives by some groups and associations. The interim report consequently x-rayed the various factors that led to the skirmish in a most objective manner, devoid of any form of bias in its conclusions. This is also on the heels that the Center of International and Strategic Studies has built a strong reputation over the years in its interventions and contributions to the national discourse in Nigeria. Key issues to be considered. The critical issues in the incident in Lagos have been centered on the involvement of the Nigerian army in the Lekki EndSARS protest, where it was alleged that soldiers fired gunshots in a crowd of peaceful protesters armed only with the national flag. It was also alleged that over 78 persons were killed as a result of gunshots injuries sustained at that event. Human rights organization Amnesty International and in its report on the incident stated that footage collected shown how, quote, at approximately 6:45 p.m., the Nigerian military opened fire on the #EndSARS protesters who were peacefully calling for an end to police brutality. Amnesty International also alleged that shortly before the shootings, CCTV cameras at the Lekki Tollgate where the #EndSARS protesters had been camped for 2 weeks were removed by the government officials and the electricity was cut off, an apparent attempt to hide evidence. Amnesty International also alleged that shortly before the shootings, CCTV cameras at the Lekki Tollgate where EndSARS protesters had been camped for 2 weeks were removed by the government officials and the electricity was cut, an apparent attempt to hide evidence. It also stated that some of those killed and injured at both grounds were allegedly taken away by the military.